Hey guys, Heidi Easley here, and I'm going to be giving away a mermaid tail. I'm really excited about this from Craft Creations. So as you come on, we're just gonna talk really quickly about how to protect your dreams, kind of the two things I want you to know. And for those of you that don't know me, I am the owner and founder of Texas Art and Soul, and I teach women all over the world how to make, text coming in, how to make money teaching paint parties, okay? So go ahead and share this with your friends. I'm gonna pick one lucky person to get the mermaid tail, and if you can see, it's the exact mermaid tail that I painted here, okay? So I'm really excited about giving this away from Craft Creations. So let me know where you're from when you come on. And also, be careful not to get a splinter. That's not fun. Be careful of that, okay? So if you want to share this video, that'd be great. Just put shared. And then also let me know if you are already teaching paint parties in the comments. So I'm going to talk about two different ways of protecting your dreams. Okay, so here's the deal. For the past 7 years, I've pretty much been building my paint party business, okay? Over and over. There's lots of things that have happened. And I just got a message just yesterday from a lady who asked, she said, you know, I'm doing this like paparazzi jewelry. Has anybody ever heard of paparazzi jewelry stuff? Anyway, she said, I'm doing this paparazzi jewelry. I may be saying it wrong. I'm not really sure. But she said, I need to see how I can do that along with teaching paint parties. And also, do you think it would be okay if my daughter helped me do the paint parties? And I thought, of course, yes to all of that. Because here's the deal. When you have a paint party, you could actually, if she's selling that jewelry, she could have a little station or have it set up in a place where people could buy that as they're doing the paint party, right? So that's another way to make additional income. I'm all about making several ways of making incomes. And then another thing, bring in her daughter. I don't know, any of y'all that are new to me, let me know in the comments if you're new. If you're brand new to my videos and all of that. And I also have, again, a free giveaway for those of you that are sharing. Just hit shared and I will ship this puppy out so you can paint your own little mermaids live here. But also I was telling her, you know, my daughter, she's almost 13. She's been helping me since she was 6 years old, probably 5 years old. 5 years old, she kind of ran around and threw the paintbrushes at different tables. And I knew if I just stayed with her and kept, you know, paying her and helping her and showing her, she would be great. Well, a few years back, my health took a really bad turn and I lost my voice and I was going through all these crazy tests. And I couldn't talk, but I had like 35 women already booked, prepaid for this event that we had scheduled like 3.5 weeks earlier. And I didn't know I was going to be sick at the time. So I remember we were in Firehouse Subs getting something to eat. And I looked at Pixie and I said, Pixie, do you think you could teach the paint party tonight? And she was like, yes, I can do it. You know, she was so excited. That was in 2016. And it was like 35 women. I'm actually going to teach the paint party at the same location I was teaching at a few years back, 3 years ago. And some of those women that registered said, hey, is your daughter Pixie coming? Is she coming? Is she going to help? You know, because they love that. So I think it is so, thank y'all for sharing. I'm going to pick somebody to give this to you. So I'll ship it. I have so many fun prizes I'm shipping out over the next month. I'm so excited. So what I wanted to tell y'all is 2 ways to protect your dream, okay? And then also just a reminder, today is the day. It is the first day, the release of the 3-part video series called Paint Party Revolution, which I have worked so hard on, okay? These videos are 20 to 30 minutes long. The first one's all about supplies, so everything you need to know about supplies, and it's in the link in the description. You can go straight to it and watch it. The second video is coming to your inbox on Monday. It's all about how to book a paint party fast. Now, I want to caution you, when you are booking a paint party fast and you are using this method, again, this will only be available for about a week. Then I take them off the interweb, okay? It's just a free series I do a couple times a year, and then I take them off the interweb. So make sure you watch them now while they're available. So what happened is when people use this method, they get so excited because it works. Like within a day it works. And so what you have to be careful of is not getting so excited about the booking that you like one lady, I had to tell her, stop booking and do step number 3, which is video number 3, which is all about how to get prepaid painters, okay? Anybody out there booked a paint party, so excited, thought you were gonna have tons of people come that all said they were interested on Facebook, and then nobody showed up. Is anybody out there, or was that only me? I definitely made that mistake. I made that mistake several times. Now I know better. I do not show up unless people have already paid. For example, the paint party I have tonight, I think we have 7 ladies, all have prepaid. Sweet, sweet ladies that I've been painting with for years. So make sure, so she loves the wreath. Yes, and you can win the tail. It has the copper in the center. And you can win this tail just by sharing and putting shared. I'm going to pick one person. So thank y'all for sharing. Okay, so protecting your dreams. Okay, so here's my number 1 tip, and I have 2 tips. Number 1 tip, share with only certain people at first. So if you're looking at this, you're artsy crafty, but maybe you're a, that's driving me nuts. Sorry. maybe you are artsy crafty, but you're working full time. Maybe this is your lunch break. And you're thinking, you're in a corporate job, or maybe you're retired, or maybe you're a stay-at-home mom, but you're really crafty. Like you could do this in a heartbeat, or maybe, and by the way, this is my one and only wreath. I feel like I mastered it, and I do not want to try again because I feel like wreaths are not my thing, but maybe they are. Maybe they are after I did this one. I was so proud of this one. I don't want to do another one because I'm afraid it won't be as good. I'm having a little bit of scaredness. We all get scared, right? But painting is my thing. I love painting, but what I've learned is you don't have to be the best painter to have a paint party business. So whether you're a stay-at-home mom, whether you are retired, whether you are working full-time, this is something you can do once a month and make a ton of money. It is so much fun. And I don't do it just for the money, okay? I do it because I love it. When I'm at a paint party, I am sharing God's love through art, and I am totally focused on how I can help them. It takes all the pressure off of us and thinking about what is going on in our life. And so number 1, be careful with who you tell your dreams to, because what happens, and they don't even mean to, but what happens is they project their insecurities on you, and they don't even know they're doing it. So I've had many times in my life where I get so excited about an idea. I mean, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. I feel like I'm going to take on the world, right? And then I go tell somebody, or I meet somebody for lunch, or I go, yeah, this is what's going on. And then immediately they shut it down. And I'm like, but God is big, and we should expect miracles. And there's all these great things that I can do. And I remember years ago when I was gonna, quit teaching full time and just do part-time teaching and basically run my paint party business full time. And I was at a family reunion, and one of the family members said, "So you really think this is gonna work?" And it was July 4th, and I remember thinking, well, we'll find out here in a couple months, won't we? We'll know whether it works or it didn't work. And that was years ago. So obviously, whatever you are passionate about, you can make happen. But you have to remember, it's not their fault. Don't be mad at your family or friends when you tell them you're going to start a paint party business and they don't show up. Because I do not recommend making your family and friends your customers, okay? And that we'll go into video 3 about that on next Thursday, so a week from today. So make sure you are not saying, oh, I have to have my family and friends to do this. A lot of times people, have tried things and they failed. They've tried things and they failed, and that's great. We need to try things and fail. Like, that's part of the persistence. And does anybody agree with that? Like, give me a like or a heart, or put in the comments. And also, if you have a few questions, let me know. If you've already watched that video and you have some questions, let me know. I'm going to scroll up through the comments here in just a second, and then I'll answer a few questions before I go. Because like I said, I'm getting ready to teach a paint party tonight, so I got to get all the rest of my stuff loaded in my car. But what happens is, they've done things and they thought it was going to be good. Or, a lot of people, and myself, I've done this too, and I still make money from this, but, do an MLM, which is a multi-level marketing, or they do something like this, but you still don't have full control like you do when you have your own mobile paint party business. It's crazy how anytime I look at my calendar or when my paint party headquarters members are like, yeah, I don't have any parties booked, I'm like, go back to square one. Start with, and that's what I'm going to show you this next video on Monday, how to book a paint party fast. Every time I look at my calendar and I realize, oh crap, like we're going to be hungry about mid-April, I start booking paint parties, and I do the exact system that I am going to teach you on Monday. So if you are not getting my emails, you need to message me right now to make sure you are on my email list, because the next week you are going to have so much great stuff come your way, and I don't want you to miss out on this free series. Okay, so give some grace to those people, but also be wise to know, like, maybe I shouldn't say this yet, or maybe I shouldn't tell them yet. Number 2, taking action is the best way to show somebody you're serious, okay? So when we're talking about protecting our dreams, and we're talking about protecting, like, I have a project in the works right now that Bobby, my husband, who knows everything, does not know about, because he knows that, I'm in the middle of all that. He knows I'll be fine and I'll be able to do it, but he probably will say, you might want to not do that right now, or maybe put that on your plate for later. But you know what? When you are inspired, when is the best time to take action? Does anybody know? Put in the comments. When do you know? And I'm going to show the mermaid tail so people who are just joining will know. And those of y'all that are sharing, I'm giving one of you the mermaid tail. So thank y'all for sharing. And then you can paint your own mermaid tail wreath. And it has a copper thing, a little copper piece. From Craft Creations. We're going to ship you one. Craft Creations is so amazing. I love those people. That's where I get all my wood stuff from. So who knows when the best time to take action? Can anybody tell me? Let's see. And I'm going to answer some questions here in a minute. I'm going to wait just a second, because we're talking about protecting your dreams. The newest video of Paint Party Revolution just got released today. If you need instant access, the link is in the description. Does anybody know? Oh, thank you, Regina, for sharing. Yes, Amy, you got the winning thing. Terry, yes, when you are inspired. Oh my gosh, good job, Brandy. Okay, so here's the thing. A lot of times it's like these ideas and these dreams and these visions come to us. And, I truly believe, like, when we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, I feel like God gives us this inspiration. Have you ever been in the shower? I mean, it's so funny. Like, I'll get out of the shower and I'm like, love you, but I got to go do something. And I'm writing a blog as fast as I can, because it's like ideas just flow. And, all of these things that I was, having problem solving, like, just immediately start coming to us. I really, truly believe that when you're inspired, take action before your brain catches up and goes, well, no, that's scary. That's too scary to try. So when you get this video on Monday, okay, so watch the video today, because tomorrow I'm going to be answering a ton of questions on it. But when you get the video on Monday, before your brain can talk you out of it, take the challenge I give you in the video. I promise you will be like, oh my gosh, it worked. Oh my gosh, that worked. What am I going to do now? And then I will show you what to do the very next video on Thursday. So make sure you're watching this. So if you have a friend who is artsy and crafty, they need access to this free video series, the Paint Party Revolution. So those are the main 2 things. Sharing only with certain people at first, and then taking action, because I can do something really cool and, or talk about it a lot, but then never take action because maybe somebody deflated my balloon, right? I got so excited that I talked about it with everybody, and by the time I had all of their fears projected back onto me, I was exhausted. Has anybody ever had that happen before? And then you don't do squat. You don't do anything, right? However, if you have that idea, you have that inspiration, you do what I'm going to tell you to do on Monday, and then all of a sudden you book a party, and then all of a sudden you have some prepaid painters, then you're like, hey mom, guess what I just did? Oh yeah, and it's happening, May 23rd. I know, right? I can't believe it's happening, and I already have the money paid for it. I mean, then when you're taking action and you can show them, like, not only was I inspired, but I immediately took action and got results, that's when then you can start sharing more openly. However, I still do caution you, you'll know as you start to do this paint party business, as you start to get excited and do things, and when you do a paint party and you realize how much profit you can make from just one night, You have to be cautious still and wise to know which people you can talk to celebrate with and which people you can really just not talk to about. It's very important to know that, because what will happen, especially, running a paint party business or whatever it is, it can get to you. And I don't want y'all to be in a place where you're so excited and so inspired and doing really great. I mean, I could have a party of 50 people one night and make a profit of 50 times 40. What's that? Can anybody put in the comments? 50 times 40. Can y'all get that price for me? I know what it is, but I want to see if y'all are listening. So if I have 50 people, I charge $40 a head. How much did I make before my expenses? Which expenses? Again, today's video is going to show you all about supplies where you can get a lot of information. Poopers. 200. Nope, not 200. Way more than 200. Does anybody know how much if you're doing $40 times 50 people, $2,000. Good job, Lynn. So $2,000 before expenses. And in that video that's in the description, the link will tell you how I do all my supplies, how I get a bunch of my supplies. Because really, this is a service-based business. So a lot of the supplies are not expensive. It's more about your service and your time and setting it up, those things. But here's the deal, guys. I could do a party and have, hit send too fast. Tanya, we forgive you. I could do a party and literally feel like a rock star and just have made, what somebody made in an entire month in one night. And guess what? If I talk to the wrong person in my circle, whether it's a family member or a friend, they can still make me feel like crap about it. It's true. And I bet y'all have had similar situations too, where you did something really amazing or really exciting and you thought, oh my gosh, like, where's my parade, man? This is cool. Like, I did something awesome. Why are they throwing me a parade? And then all of a sudden you realize, oh yeah, they're the center of their life. I'm the center of my life, right? So it just gives you more permission to just go out and try and do things and fail miserably, like it says in the book Creative Magic, because people really aren't watching that closely anyway, right? And if they are, they're just watching for a second, okay? So I really want to encourage y'all to, while this series is free, I'm going to look up some questions. And those of y'all that are just joining, I'm giving away a mermaid tail. Those of y'all that are sharing. And then you can paint it however you want or like that. And it's actually be given away from Craft Creations. And Craft Creations, I will put the way they spell their website so you can find them as well. And then just tell them Texas Art and Soul sent you. And if you need to find more information on me, texasartandsoul.com. And then I'm going to answer a couple of questions because the Paint Party Revolution video series is only available for about a week. And then I pull it all off the interweb and then it just goes to my paint party headquarters people. So when you are inspired, you need to take action. Okay, so let me answer a few questions before I go because I'm going to have to get ready for this paint party tonight. Let's see. And thank y'all for sharing. And again, if you don't know me, who is new to me? Is this your first time watching? If you're new to me, I basically teach women all over the world how to make money teaching paint parties. And I run what's called Paint Party Headquarters, and I have 200 women all over the world where I teach them how to make money teaching paint parties. I give them painting rights, tutorials, marketing tips, strategies, social media hacks. We even do a prayer and gratitude meeting every month. Because I believe God is the ultimate artist and creator, and I just totally go to him for everything. So anytime I'm freaking out, anytime I'm doing well, I always like to, ask God to show me the opportunities, and we just love to pray for each other and help each other with our businesses. And actually on Sunday, Mother's Day, not this Sunday, but the next Sunday, I'm throwing a huge birthday party because it is the 1-year anniversary of Paint Party Headquarters. So I am so excited. The doors are closed right now, so if you have questions about that, you can send them. But I only open the doors to that group a couple times a year. Lynn says, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Amen, girl. Yes, that's the thing about this is, we can have a party where we feel like a rock star, and then we can have a party the next day where we're like, what happened? And usually it's just a couple marketing tweaks, okay? It doesn't mean that nobody likes you and your paint parties suck. It doesn't mean that. It's all about marketing tweaks. Kristen says, what paint do you recommend? I use chalk paint, but I was wondering what's the best in a workshop setting. Chalk paint is obviously great. I really love Deco Art Paint. Deco Art Paint Americana is kind of my go-to. And then my other go-to is pretty much everything metallic. Let me show you. Okay, so there's a 24 karat gold. This isn't the 24 karat gold, but it is the brand that I like. It's this is a matte metallic, but there's one that's 24 karat gold, and I adore that one. I'm actually working on a couple of paintings right now. I'll try to show y'all. And this is one used with the 24 karat gold, and I just love how it shimmers, and it shimmers even more in person than it does on camera. So yeah, that would work too. And then any of those acrylic paintings. Thank y'all for sharing, and good luck. I'm going to be announcing and shipping out tons of prizes over the next month, because I have so many different Facebook Lives where if you share them, you're in the running for a chance to win a prize. And then I actually have something else really cool. I'll have to put the link for it. I'm giving away over $200 worth of art supplies and one of the painted mermaid tails to one lucky winner, and I'm going to announce it live. There's a link. I can put the link in where you can enter that contest. If anybody's interested, just do hearts and let me know. And that is going to be on May 15th. I'm going to actually do it live. I'm going to tell the person who wins live. Okay, the wood company is craftcreations.com, and I'll spell it for you because it's a really weird spelling. Let's see. Yes, some people are dream poppers. Yeah, dream poppers for sure. You have to be cautious. It took me a lot of years to learn that you can't just tell everybody everything. And you know, me being a very sharing person, like there's so much like creativity and excitement in me that I just want to share it all. Like, you know, I just want to tell everybody everything. And then I started getting my bubble bursted quite a bit. And then I thought, no, I see where God wants me to go. And if I keep listening to everybody else and what they have projected their fears onto me, I will never make it anywhere. And so it is so important, guys, that you know who you can tell certain stuff to, who's going to be your support system, who's going to be the person who, you know, when you're down, you can go to, who's going to pep you back up, who's going to be the person that, you have to avoid when you're in the middle of something big. And there's a few people that, you know, when I'm doing something major, I don't even call. Like, I know I can't call. I know I can't talk to them, because it's just, you know, you have to be protective of that. And I think sometimes when, you know, people like you who are thinking, man, I really want to teach, I really want to do this paint party business, like, this could really help my family. I mean, if I just did 10 people, even at $35, it's $350 extra for a couple of hours of work, right? When I was teaching, I was making about 200 and something a day when I was teaching in Frisco. And I think, okay, if I'm going to make 350 and I only have to do it for half the day, not even half the day, like, it's totally worth it to me. So you just have to be really cautious and know, like, what is your goal for this? What's your dream for this? What's your vision? You don't have to go teach 100 parties or a bazillion parties, like I say, to make a successful business out of teaching paint parties. You can literally teach one a month. Pay for Christmas, pay for a summer vacation. Somebody messaged earlier and said, you know, they have a tax bill every year, and it usually takes them all the way to December to get the money for it. They were able to pay it in full just by doing paint parties these past several months. Lisa says, I know this may be a crazy question, but can someone that has not really painted, like maybe once, LOL, ever, be able to teach others to paint and have a paint party? Lisa, I'm so glad you asked that. So Brenda, she is a dear friend / paint party headquarters member, and she is a grandma, very proud grandma, and she actually had only painted 5 paintings before she started teaching paint parties. But here's the thing, guys, she had a goal, she had a passion for it, and she wanted to learn. And so she took some of my painting tutorials and would go along with me, because you have to remember, everything is beginner. So for example, my paint party headquarters people are going to get access to the rights on how I teach that. not only are they going to get a video of exactly what I did, what supplies I used, how to do it, what to do it, how to teach it, but they're also going to get rights to use the pictures that I've taken of it. They're going to get rights to, immediately start booking their paint parties with it, the people in Paint Party headquarters. So the coolest thing is once you have rights to it and once you can book a party with it and practice, of course, go along with me and paint it, you'll be surprised because it's beginner paintings and we're teaching beginner people. You will be surprised at what you can do. And also, Lisa and everybody out there, we are not teaching fine art classes. You have to get it out of your head that it's really not an art class. It's more of a social gathering. And then you also, I just did, I don't know where it's at. I just did a sunflower painting. Guys, tonight I'll probably paint with the ladies because it's a smaller group. And plus I want to add something kind of cool to this flower box I'm doing. But I have not painted a full painting at a paint party in forever. Usually I'll say, okay, here's the first step, and I'll grab somebody's painting and I'll show them, with their permission, of course. I'll show them what we do, and then I'll walk around and help. It's all about serving. It's about providing the space. So yes, Lisa, I definitely recommend go to my YouTube. It's called Texas Art and Soul. You can start watching some YouTube videos, but you do not have to be this. Oh, good. We have a lot of new people here. Hey guys. Hey, Kristen, Regina, Usanta Stewart used to be my last name. I hope I said that right. Dana's new, Brandy, Jeanette. We have a lot of people. Okay, awesome. Okay, so where do you have paint parties? Video number 2. Video number 2. It's going to come out on Monday. So if you don't get my emails yet, you need to make sure you are getting my emails. If you do not get my emails, go ahead and get the link that's in the description. It's going to bring you to that very first video. That first video is going to give you a free gift, which will give you my email, and which will give me your email, and then you'll be able to get the emails from me. I'm going to be sending them every day for the next probably 10 days. So you will get kind of bombarded by me, but it's a bunch of free information, and it's all done in just a short span of time. And then I take it all off. I take it all off and just give it to Paint Party headquarters. So those of you that are new, guys, take the 29 minutes to watch that first video today. Who has already watched it? Let me know if you've watched it or if you haven't yet. Oh, you're welcome, Katie. Oh, thank y'all for sharing. Y'all are awesome. Let's see, I enjoyed watching your videos. Oh, thank y'all. Yes, and she was asking what locations to start doing these parties. You can go everywhere. So I have taught pretty much in gymnastics places. I have taught in churches, country clubs, restaurants, pretty much everywhere. So if y'all go to the link in the description, you're gonna see the very first video, okay? It's all about supplies. Yay, Brandy watched it. Terry's watched it several times. Ooh, gold star, Terry. Chris has watched it. Dana says, where is it? Dana, it's the link in the description. It'll take you straight to it. Okay, go ahead and watch it. Kelly says, painting brings me so much joy. The best part is I get to share that joy with others. I'm telling you guys, when I am teaching a paint party, it's like all my anxiety goes away and it's like I'm on vacation. Does anybody else have that? It's just crazy. Oh, and I was going to tell you, people can make as little or as much as they want in this. Remember I told you about my 4th of July story and how, somebody said, oh, do you really think that's going to work? And I was like, of course, terrified. I mean, I had quit my full-time job. I thought I was going to teach that until I died. Like, I thought I was going to retire there. But, I had built up enough paint party business that it was enough to replace my income. And those of you that know my backstory, over 10 years ago, me and my family went bankrupt, lost everything. And so when I got this really great teaching job, I did not want to give that up. And I felt guilty for a long time for wanting to quit that teaching job. And I remember just like, I was crying in the kitchen to my husband and I said, I don't know why, but I just feel like I'm supposed to do something else. Like, I feel like I'm supposed to do something else. Like, God has something more for me. And I don't know why I feel this way. And so for several weeks, I was feeling so guilty. And then one day I was teaching my kids and I had 850 students a week. And I was standing in the doorway of my art room. And it's just like, God, just hit me. And it was almost like, you can't dream a bigger dream until you accomplish the one you're already doing. And it was like he was giving me permission, like, Yes, you've done it. You've taught art for this many years, and that was your dream since you were 14. However, you're still going to teach art. You're just going to do it in a different way. And once I kind of realized, like, oh my gosh, it's not that I'm being, stingy or greedy or whatever the case is. It was like, okay, I fulfilled that dream. Now I'm ready for the next dream. Okay, now I'm doing this dream. What's the next dream? It's like we have these different levels in our life and layers. And I just thought, I'm supposed to do this and do this forever and never change it up and always do that. And then God kind of told me, no, it's okay. So I ended up, leaving my full-time teaching job, which I don't sit here and say, everybody quit your job. No, I'm all about, I literally built up my paint party business where I was working, teaching full-time and doing paint parties full-time. I never quit teaching full-time till I knew I could replace my income with paint parties. Not new, but physically doing that. I was exhausted, and I don't recommend doing it that way, for sure. It was definitely a lesson learned. But I had put, our family had been in a position where my husband lost his job, we lost our house, we lost everything. I didn't want to put our family in that position again. So my goal was, okay, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it at the same time. Once I know I can do that, then I'm going to take that leap. And guys, I was terrified. I mean, when our family member asked that, I was kind of like, well, we're going to see. But I was like, I was going to prove, not only is this going to work, I mean, it's going to work really well. And I went on to making like $12,000 in just 3 weeks. And this is the funniest part. Well, it's not funny. It's a cool part. And so my husband had like major back surgery, he had to do all this stuff, fusion, all kinds of crazy stuff. He was in the hospital for a few days and just, he was out of work. So his income dropped. And then here I am running my own business the first year. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is going to be crazy. But I was bound and determined to make it work. And so I just started teaching paint parties like a crazy mad woman, like anywhere and everywhere. I teach a very calmer approach these days. So those of you that are like, I don't want to do what she did. No, I teach a very calmer approach these days. But in the past, when I was learning, I didn't have anybody to learn from. I just was doing what I thought I could do. I knew I could control money coming in and it would help me and my family while my husband was, I had quit my full-time job. He had gone to 60% salary. And then, and so I was driving home, which used to, I was like this scaredy cat of driving on any freeways. Now I travel cross country to do paint parties all the way from Texas to South Florida. I've gone to California to do paint parties, to Alabama, all over the place. But in the past, I was terrified. I was terrified to go anywhere. I was terrified to drive in a big city. And here I was, it was nighttime, so it wasn't a big deal. But I'm driving through, right over downtown Fort Worth. And it's like 11:30 at night. And I was just kind of mentally going over the past 3 weeks and kind of just adding up in my head all of the different parties. And all of a sudden it hit me and I'm like right there, Fort Worth, all the lights are showing. And I just got tears in my eyes. And I was just so thankful to God because I'd added up over $12,000 I'd made in just 3 weeks. And not only was it like the best Christmas ever, not only was my husband's, amount that he had reduced was totally covered, but I had proven to myself and I knew God was saying, it's okay, it's going to make it. You're going to be able to do this. Now with any businesses, there's ups and downs. I'm not going to sit here and be like, yes, it's been a cakewalk. There are things that are up and down, but that is where I want to help you because I know exactly what this business is. I mean, I'm going to a paint party tonight. I know what to do, when to do it, how to change your marketing, all of that. And that's why this free video series is so important because today you get all about supplies. Tomorrow I'm going to be on here, Facebook Live, answering all your questions about supplies. Then on Monday, you're going to get all the information about how to book a paint party fast, which some of y'all are going to freak out because you're going to book a paint party. You're going to be new to painting. You're going to be a crafter. You may be retired. You may be stay at home. You may be working full time. And then all of a sudden you did what I said and you're like, oh, I booked one. What do I do now? But don't worry. I'm going to do another Facebook Live and answer all your questions. Then on Thursday, I'm going to teach you how to get prepaid painters because none of this matters if nobody's paying you to do it, okay? So again, those of you that are just joining us, if you share this, I'm going to give one person a mermaid tail from Craft Creations. I will also share the link if you are interested in finding out more about Craft Creations. Okay, so yes, watch 3 times. Your must-have list is great. Oh, good. Yeah, there's some stuff to download. My therapy. Howdy, Brenda. I was just talking about Brenda's the one I was talking about, who had painted 5 times before she started teaching paint parties. Do you use stencils when you do the parties? Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. I used to not use stencils, and then I had this kind of crazy reindeer one time, and I brought 3 of them. I had 55 people at this party. I brought 3 reindeer tracers thinking maybe somebody will want to trace it. All of them traced it. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. All of them traced it, and so from then on, I just started having kind of pre-drawn. So I just watched, some trash TV, The Bachelor or something kind of dumb, and pre-trace. Yes, use stencils. Christopher, that is not nice. Not nice, Christopher. All right, guys, so watch video number 1. If you don't know where it's at, it's in the description. Make sure you watch it right now. Again, in about 7 to 10 days, all of those videos are getting off of the interweb, okay? All right, guys, and Christopher, we're gonna have to block you. Sometimes people get on here that aren't very nice. All right, guys, I hope you all have a great day. Make sure you watch the video, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, guys.